together, hand in hand. The miracle shines across the land. Every heart, every voice, every choice, we are the miracle of the
It is not very often that a schlub like me can say I am friends with one of the most popular people in history. But I am. I am good friends with this gentleman, Mr. Santa Claus. Santa, how you doing?
Hey, fabulous is the word of the day, folks. Fabulous. I mean, the weather, the sunshine. This weekend I had so many babies in my arms. It was absolutely amazing. And my highlight is a 92-year-old young lady. I'm too old to sit on Santa's knee. Since when is there an age limit? I mean, even Zach would follow that criteria. And within like 2 minutes, I had her sitting on my knee, giggling and laughing and telling me her truck driving stories.
That's great, Santa, except for I would never sit on your lap. I'm sorry, brother, but you wouldn't be able to complete your route. You would be in traction if I were to sit on your lap. So we often say this that I've told Santa that I would have to be one of his elves, except for the elves cannot be fatter than Santa Claus. So, it's just it's an unwritten rule. Folks, I've got Santa Papa John here with us. Are You Santa approved? And we are here because Santa and I are trying to build something. This is our second year doing it. It's called Miracle of the Season. And if you scan the QR code right above my shoulder, you can find out more about what Miracle of the Season is. Simply put, and John, I want to get your opinion on this as well. But simply put, we want to see people come together again. We want to see people, regardless of your religion, regardless of your race, regardless of your geographic location, regardless of, who you are, your political affiliation, for God's sakes, no matter who you are, we want people to remember on this, on the day of days, that we need each other. We need each other to survive. We are not, as much as a lot of us like to say, you know what, I'm a loner, I'm all, no, you're not. You can't do it alone. We need to be with each other, and most assuredly, we need to support each other. John?
You even live in Colorado, and I won't hold that against you, man. I mean, it's hey, we're competing with you in weather today. It's like 47 degrees in Minnesota. But folks, we need your help. This is, like Zach said, we are in year number 2. We're building something here that is going to be a lot of fun, giggles, laughter, but positive influence for people. Not only military, not only veterans, not only seniors, not only firefighter, police, anybody that works Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, ho, 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 that have to be away from their family. Let's create some stories. Let's create some pictures. Let's create some, you know, I want to share a story with you about my Uncle Bob because he works Christmas Day every year and I love him and I miss him. And it's as simple as that, folks. You can contribute to this amazing, what's the word I want to use? Collaboration of normal people, and I'll say that very loosely, normal people contributing to a greater reason to share why we celebrate the season.
You know, John, I loved your example there, okay? Because that really is, it's seriously as simple as that. Um, you know, my son, and we talk about this, and I'm going to be talking about this on Facebook Live tomorrow. I've been putting out live videos in the morning, and my son is in Japan. Okay, my oldest boy. I still love the fact that I get to see my youngest son. He's going to be here. I absolutely love him. Plus, he's just got engaged, and I can announce that now because he put it out on Facebook. So he's bringing my new daughter, who's been my daughter for a while anyway. He doesn't know that, but I married them before they married him, before
And
he
there's
married him.
nothing wrong with that.
So,
But more
but
importantly, he's
yeah,
creating the memories that your family is going to be able to share for many, many years.
yeah, and that's exactly it, but I'm going to sit there and I'm going to, create something for my son in Japan. And my son in Japan and we have a a great relationship, but it's kind of a needling you relationship. So what I'm going to do is, and he teaches children. Okay, he teaches kindergarten children. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a story like my buddy here, John, Papa John, who's going to tell you about that here in a minute. But I'm going to create a story about young Jeffrey for his students. And I am going to embarrass him because it is fun. But it is something that I can do for my son who, you know what? I'm going to feel that pain that he's not here. But I'm also going to celebrate the fact that he is someone, and this is what we can do. We can, there's nothing like them being right beside you, but they can't always be there. But we can do something in order to celebrate that, what, they're still in your heart. So that is one of the things that I'm doing. Santa, you create stories for people. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
I do, Zach, and I create a custom family story where sorry, where I will say your children's name in the story that I'm actually reading. And I got to say this because everybody loves this little giggle part. Mommy, mommy, daddy, daddy, play it again because Santa said my name. I've told that to so many people, and so many people have come back to me and said, I remember this as a childhood. I remember that as a childhood. And I remember Santa saying my name in some sort, some form, some letter that it makes it special so that the children will remember that people that Santa talked about them, specifically them. And folks, it doesn't take a Santa to say those kind of stories about your children, about your brother, about your sister, aunt, uncle. Maybe they're serving overseas in the military. Thank you for your service. And you want to send a special message. This is how we do it. We're going to put all your stories together, all our stories together, and we're going to create, now, figure this one out, 37-hour memorial celebration of stories, memories, and future memories. And why is it 37 hours, Zach? Well, you explain to him because I get a little confused because I'm not doing the math the best that I can.
Yeah, well, that's because you're working those 37 hours, and 37 hours equates to. And first off, you can hear one of John's stories by going to his page on our website, communitypayitforward.us, and go to just type in Santa in the search bar. His page is going to pop up. It's going to tell you how your business can become Santa approved. And when that happens, you get to donate to somebody that you care about. So just keep that in mind. But if you play this video, it's a video for my seven grandkids that Papa John created last year. So it is a fantastic story. It's a lot of fun, and I know my grandkids love it. They loved it last year. They already love it again this year. But the 37 hours equates to this, folks. It turns December 25th at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Christmas Eve on Christmas Islands. Okay, so when it's still 6 o'clock here in the U.S., it turns Christmas Day on Christmas Islands. Okay, and we're going to start playing the recordings right then because it is Christmas somewhere, and we're going to continue to play these recordings until 6 a.m. In the east, 4 a.m. or no, I'm sorry, 4 a.m. in the east. I'm sorry, and that is when it becomes midnight in Honolulu, Hawaii. So while it is Christmas Day, somewhere in our vast world, we're going to be spreading good. We're going to be spreading news. We're going to be spreading positivity. We're going to be spreading stories that help people like my son and his new bride. This gives them a chance to hear how other people celebrate, what other people are doing to create tradition, to live tradition, how people who don't celebrate Christmas, what they do this time of year. Maybe I'm a little interested in this. Okay, I understand you don't celebrate Christmas. What do you celebrate? Let me hear more about this. And why? Because it shows that we're working together. It shows that we have compassion and we have curiosity towards other people. And I think that is so important because Papa, I don't know about you, but if there were other people like me that were just like me, I don't need to like them. I know me. I know everything about me. I'm pretty good at that. I've studied me. I don't need anybody else
You
like
get
me.
so confused.
Yeah. So I want people to be different. I want people, I want to know, I want to learn from other people. I want to, experience what other people deal with and what people go through. And I want to experience other faiths and other traditions. And it's fun for me to figure that out, whether you're Muslim, whether you're Jewish, whether you celebrate winter solstice, which is, by the way, the oldest thing that we celebrate when it comes this time of year. It's been around since before people. So,
Older than dirt.
well, probably it's at least about the same
Folks,
age.
as you can see, we banter each other, we giggle about this, and we have fun. That's what it's all about. And Zach is so right. I get kids talking to me. Well, I don't celebrate Christmas because of XYZ reason. I don't do this because of XYZ. Who cares?
Yep.
We all have a reason to share memories. We all have a reason to share gratitude and positive messages to other people around the world, across the street, across town. You have an aunt, uncle. Bring it to us. Let us do it. We'll be proud to share it with anybody in the world. And we want this to grow and create a wonderful legacy that Zach and his wonderful foundation is come up with. And you know, he contacted me and said, "Hey, I got a wonderful idea, but I can't do it on my own." I said, "Absolutely." There was, about a millisecond of hesitation to the answer, but you know what? We both have come up with the idea. We both have seen the results of people getting stressed out, of worried, of not knowing, of how do we answer this question. Now, I'm not saying we're going to be able to answer all the questions.
No.
Oh, that's up to the Almighty upstairs, And but you know what? We can share some giggles, we can share some smiles, we can share some laughter, and we do a lot of laughter together, because we all know laughter is the best form of medication out there. And whether you're medicated on laughter of one sort or the other, it don't matter, because we all need to share more smiles with each other. We need to share more laughter with one another. And that's why we're asking for your help, folks. You know, it's not very stressful. And actually, I was talking to Mr. Kurt yesterday, and Emily's going to open up their website, and we'll get confirmation on this in the next couple days. But if you don't have a way to create a video, you're not sure how to, they will help you out. I can help you out. Zach can help you
Yep.
out. You know, there's no excuses anymore to saying, I don't know how. All it takes is a phone call, an email, a Facebook message, any way that you knock on our door and say, will you help me? Of course, we would be more than happy. Yep, there it is right there. Click on that QR code, folks. That'll give you some information. That'll give you a location on where to start and asking questions if you have questions. And we all have questions. You know, why is the sky purple at night? Well, you know, Zach likes to, partake in, no, I would say that, because that'll get me into trouble. But folks, you know, we need your help. We want your, we need your input, because Zach can only talk so long before he gets tongue tied. I can only read so many stories before you guys say, hey, he's doing the same old story, 14 times. We want something different, and we want your input, so that this is going to be the best ever. And we got to improve what we did last year. Last year was a lot of fun. Last year was a lot of great positive memories, but we can make this year's better.
Yeah, absolutely. And Santa, I think one of the other things that we want to make sure that we do, ladies and gentlemen, kids of all ages, you know what? We want to make this yours. We this is not the Santa and Zach show. We have very little to, this isn't us. This is everybody. We want everybody to be involved in this.
Yep.
If you can be positive, if you can be uplifting, if you can share part of yourself, if you can tell people, you know what, I'm kind of an old grumpy cuss on 360 days a year, but damn it, these next 4 days I'm going to be happy go lucky and a nice guy. Awesome. Let's get that recorded. Let's make sure that other people see it, because those people who know you as that grumpy cuss for those 360 days, they can see that you do have a good side. So um,
Remember Kevin in Home Alone? And he wanted to meet the ugly old cuss from next door, but he was told so many ugly stories that the old man next door was mean and beat his children, and he didn't do this, and he wasn't wasn't very nice at all to children. Well, it took a conversation to change that. And that's what we're doing here, folks. We're creating conversation.
yeah,
We can create new positive memories for your family, for your family that's working, that's volunteering, that's serving, whatever the case may
yeah,
be. Let's create. And you know what? The question of the day, Zach, do they have to do something that's 5 minutes long?
absolutely not. Absolutely not. You can come on here and you can say, hey, this is, I'll do an example. This is Zach from Community Pay It Forward, and I want to wish everyone out there a very, very happy holiday season. I also want to give a special thanks to all of our heroes, both country and community, and all of those who work hard every day to make sure we can live the best life we can live. That's it. If that's all you want to do, that's it. That's it. There's still positivity, there's still support there, and that is so important for so many people. There are so many people who are out there right now. And Papa, one of the other reasons why we're doing this is because there are people who just feel forgotten. And if we're able to tell people, if we're able to connect, Susan to her nephew who's not being able to come and visit the family, we've done something together. You
Yep.
mentioned, maybe reading a story to your child. We'll make you a deal. You know what? You read that story to that child, we'll put it on air because there are millions of children all over the world that may not be able to ever hear that story unless it's coming out of your mouth. But what we can do is we can take and we can cut that story out for you, and we can email you that story, and your child can have that forever. Forever. They can have that story forever. And we will do that because it's something that is hopefully going to change everything, and just bring humanity together for a little bit. We're, as much as we'd like to say we're out here to change the world, well, we are. But we're going to start with one day, one cycle of this moon, one day. And we're going to do this, and we're going to do it together. But for us to be able to do it, we need your help.
And absolutely, folks, remember, there's no time limits to your videos. There's no excuses for you not to submit a video. We want to take your ideas and put them as part of the big puzzle. Now, we can't build this puzzle if we've only got two sets of pieces or six sets of pieces. We need your contributions to make this a very let's throw the big name in here. Remember the Jerry Lewis telethon?
Yeah.
He relied on actors, comedians, dancers, jugglers to make that a success, but it was all the contributing parts that made it a success. It wasn't because he was an incredible entertainer and he was an incredible MC. It was because he was able to put the pieces of the puzzle together in the right places. Now, we're going to take all the different pieces of the puzzle, but you got to throw the pieces of puzzles at us. So, folks, we're going to reach out and we're going to stretch this and we're going to do this video every single day for the next 8 days. And you're going to see it all over my video feed. And I've got well over 100,000 followers on 11 different platforms. And Zak's got many multiples on his platform. And you're going to see this and you're going to hear us and you're going to be asking and you're going to go, how can I help? QR code over here, this side over here, that QR code over there is going to give you some answers, give you some
Ideas.
ideas. There you go. Thanks, Zak. On how to get a hold of us and how you can contribute.
Yeah. And, John, you also brought up another point that, one of the things that we're asking people is if you need our help to record for you, record you for you. What we're asking for is if you can make a $10 donation, that way we can put books into the hospitals here in Northern Colorado. That's another thing that we're wanting to ask. If you want to make a difference closer to home, take and go out and buy a couple brand new books. Take and sign from your family on the inside cover and take them and drop them off at your local hospitals. The volunteers are going to give those books to the kids as they come into the hospital. Again, this is something that may not seem like much to you, but think back. When you were in the hospital, even as an adult, and you're sitting there and you're watching an episode of Law and Order for the 15,000th time, and you're like going, good God, what I would do for something different to do.
It was 15,001.
Yeah. So, uh, you know, this is something that those kids who are already scared, who are already uncomfortable, who are already going through, possibly the worst time in their life, they're going to see something. They're going to open that cover and they're always going to remember that there was somebody in their community who cared enough to get them something when they were going through a very tough time. Look, these are the kind of things that we're trying to get going here. We're not trying to get them going, all right? We've already dropped off two boxes of books to two hospitals here in northern Colorado. These aren't things we're trying to get started. These are things that we're starting. And it's just so much easier if we have you to come along with us. We need
Yeah.
you. We need you. And more importantly, we want you to join with us. We want you to be along on this ride. There's even a place on this form where you can give us other suggestions. You know, hey, this is a community project. This isn't this isn't for John and I to sit here and get rich on. We're not asking you, I'm asking for a $10 donation if we record you. If you want to make a donation, perfect. It's going to go to helping kids. That's it. You
Yep.
know, this is what we're doing to try to make this and help your story get to the people who need to hear you the most. And these are people who may not even know that they need to hear you. So it is amazing how sometimes you overhear somebody say something and you're like going, oh my God, that's what I've been looking for. We can't have that oh my God moment if we all sit on our tongues, if we're all, buttoned
And
up and shut.
taking that to the next step, folks, when you see this video over the next 8 days, share it to your family and friends, share it to your contacts, because this is not for Zach and I. This is for you guys. This is for the people that can't be at home on Christmas. And we want to bring some happiness. We want to bring some smiles. We want some gratitude that we made a difference, but we need your help to make that difference a reality. So when you see this video and you're watching this video, please share it out. Share it with all your contacts. You never know when Aunt May, or Uncle Billy, or for your friend Steven goes, hey, I've got a friend that I haven't spoke to in a while that's in the military, or I know he's working. What an awesome way to get a video out to him. Maybe they want to do it anonymously. We can do that too. If you want to just uh, record a video without the video part and have you just speaking,
Yeah,
not going to say anything that, oh, we're not going to allow that because it doesn't meet our criteria. Everything meets our criteria as long as it goes to a positive message to someone that is out there.
that's right. You know what? These things, they were created, I think, at one point in time to make phone calls. I think that's the original reason for these. But now, of course,
Now
they're
you're
all
making me think. Ow,
yeah.
ow, 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 ow.
But I mean, now what you hear about is like the camera usage and stuff like that. You can record amazing things from this. Hey, you know what? For all of you employers out there, imagine this. You get all of your employees together and you say, hey, from our company to everyone out there, happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. You know, happy Il-Eid Fitr. Whatever. As long as it's positive, we need it. We want it. And we'll share it. You
Yeah.
know? And then guess what? All of a sudden, people are seeing your company there. I want to talk about cheap advertising. But I mean, not
Here's a
only
challenge. I just thought of this, Zach. Here's a challenge for everyone that contributes a video by the 23rd to this conglomeration of videos that we're going to put together. Zach's going to pick a name out of all those people that contribute a video, and I will donate one of my custom stories for their family.
Thank you, Papa.
Now, but I don't want Zach and I to win the video. I want you to win the video. So if you contribute a message of hope, of happiness to someone in the world, and you get it on our wonderful, what's the word I'm looking for, Zach?
Program.
Program. Yeah, that's the simple way. I will pick a name and I will donate one of my stories. I charge $100 for these stories, and I'm creating wonderful memories of mommy, daddy, play it again, Santa.
Grandma, Grandpa.
You
You know,
know?
yeah.
So if you want to get involved and you want to win a custom story from Santa Papa John, then you need to contribute a story. You need to contribute a video, even a picture with you recording a voice over that picture. That will still qualify. But we
Absolutely.
need your help to make this bigger and better.
Absolutely. And one other thing, and we're going to be bringing this to an end because we know that short and sweet is better when it comes to this. But, look, here's some other ideas, okay? Uh, if you make the world's if you make the world's best chocolate chip cookie, you got a couple chocolate chip cookie enthusiasts right here, all right? We'll just go at that. There's a couple of us. So let's see how you make your chocolate chip cookie and record that. And we'll put it on this. Do you make your own Christmas ornaments or home decor for Hanukkah? Do you do this? Do you decorate your home in a certain way for the winter solstice or Chinese New Year? What do you got? Show us, and we'll put
Share
it
it
up
with
there.
us.
Share it with us, and we'll
Absolutely.
share it with the world, and people will be like, I saw that idea, and that was really cool, and I think we could do that. We could bring the whole family together to do this. Papa, do you remember back in the day how and of course when I say this, we were a little bit younger, which means that there wasn't that popcorn was a brand new invention, but as a family, people used to sit around and with a needle and thread and putting popcorn on this string and then wrapping it around the tree. But we did it as a family. We did that as a family.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
these are the kind of things, folks, that we really want to bring back. We really want you to think about, your neighbors next door. Hey, you know what? The family and I were sitting together. We entered this, wacky little idea to bring the world together. And so we had to make some chocolate chip cookies. Well, Mr. and Mrs. Shut In Neighbor, here's a plate of cookies. Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Oh,
Imagine
importantly,
how good you can do.
have you met your neighbors yet?
Yeah.
I don't know about you, Zach, but boy, I'm really starting to see that lately. It's like you move into a new neighborhood or the house is for sale. Who's your new neighbors? They don't even get out of the house and see you cutting the grass and bring over a glass of water and say, "Hey, I'm Bob and Sue. We're your new neighbors." I don't know what's going on, but we need to change this motive. But folks, it happens with you. We need your help. We need your participation to make this the biggest and the best program that we're going to put together for 37 hours, folks. 37 hours is a long time to have Zach talking about, the snowball rolling down the hill and running over the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's rather boring.
Or me going sledding and rolling underneath the car when I was a kid. True story there too. Papa Johnny, it was kind of funny because you bring that up, and actually, we just got new neighbors here, and I met them, and it was right before Halloween that they moved in, and I gave they've got a little boy, and I gave him a pumpkin out of our garden, because it's right before Halloween, so I gave him a pumpkin to create jack o' lantern for, because I knew they had enough stuff to go. When my wife and I put up our Christmas lights, I had a strand of lights up on my roof that blew out. And this little boy started crying. And the mom or the dad came over to me and he goes, "Oh, my son was so upset that you took those lights down." And I said, "I didn't take any lights down. What?" And he goes, "Yeah, your lights up on your roof weren't working." And so I found out that my lights weren't working because this kid was upset that I took down my lights. I was able to fix it, but yeah, this little boy who doesn't know how to talk yet, but he's able to take and open his window and look out at the beautiful lights that we put up, that my wife and I put up. You know, it's community, 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 community.
Absolutely.
And what is community? In my mind, you are community, no matter where you're at. We're
Yep.
all in this life. We're all in this funky little rock ball, all of us.
And with technology like this, it's
Yep.
eliminated boundaries, it's eliminated miles, and it's eliminated excuses.
Good point. So, Papa, how do people get a hold of you, my brother man?
SantaPapaJohn.com, Santa Papa John on all the social media. You can find me. I'm pretty easy to track down. Send me an email, send me a message, pick up the phone, call me, or, do the same to Zach. And how do they find you, Zach?
You know what? The best way to find me is scan the QR code right above my shoulder right here. You get a hold of me. And if you're having troubles locating Santa Papa John, I don't know how, but if you are struggling, you know what? I'll connect you immediately. So just scan this QR code. It'll take you to everything that you need to know about our program that needs to be part of your program. Look, our goal is to make you the miracle of someone's season. So please join Santa and myself, join all the people in this globe of ours, and let's really, really prove that we're in this together. Let's really make a difference for people. So, but thank you very much. Please like, share, subscribe to everything. So no matter where you see this, copy it, send it to a friend. Make a competition. Let's see how many businesses can get their employees involved. Let's do this and win yourself a custom story. And that way you have something already wrapped under the next year's tree for your kids or your grandkids. So for Santa Papa John, my name is Zach Clayton from Community Pay It Forward. Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah. Merry Christmas. You, I always screw this up. And Z actually taught me this. Happy Eid. Instead of me trying to, it's Eid al-Fitr is the Muslim. It's
Okay.
which is it's actually over right now, but it's in early December. But yeah, so it is the Muslim or November even, but it's the Muslim celebration. So and it's a celebration of light, which you're going to learn more about them. Those are one of the videos that I am going to be making is about all of these different celebrations. So
Hey, talking about lately, I know we're really coming to the crunch line, but lately, all these amazing houses with these light displays have been popping up all over my feed. If you have one of those, create a little video, send it to us. Those put a big smile on my face because I know the effort that it takes to get those put up and put on place and then to coordinate them to music. Absolutely brilliant.
yeah, yeah, and think about this. You also give him an extra way to, view those houses for a landing spot. So
Oh, ho, ho. I
extra,
like the way you're thinking there, brother.
give him an extra
Bullseye.
planning device. So, but anyway, hey everybody, for Santa, Papa John, for Zach Clayton, for Community Pay It Forward, for Argue Santa Improved, and for all of our families, happy holidays. We really hope to be seeing you. Scan the code, become involved. Let's do this because no one has to go it alone when we all come together. Thank you very much.
Hope is rising, love is near. We come together hand in hand, hand in hand. A miracle shines across the land. Every heart, every voice, every choice. We are the miracle of the sea.
Hello world, my name is Z. You can call me Mr. Z. I am a web developer. I am also a consultant at Z World Webs. My one goal is to develop custom websites specifically catered to your organization's needs. I completely understand that building a website is an exciting, significant step in connecting with your audience. Your organization has Z potential to make a meaningful whether it's supporting animal rights, advocating for equality, combating human trafficking, or honoring the brave individuals who have served our country. Your mission is too important to be held back by the challenges a website can present. And I am here to ensure that your website works for you, not against you. Whether it's maintaining, developing, or redeveloping custom website that is specifically catered to your needs. And with that being said, I would be more than delighted to learn more about your organization. And of course, develop a website Z World is waiting for. Thank you.